Here's the truth. Buyers and investors don't care about your idea. They care about your traction. Just point blank. Some people will say they care, but they really want to know how much movement you have. What if you're still pre-retail, meaning you've got no store placements yet, you got no sales, you got no velocity? What do you do to look credible to everybody else out there in the world and on social media? I have the answer for you. Today, I'm going to give you 7 proven ways on how you can look credible before you land your first retail account. When you finally do pitch to that buyer, you can look like a brand that belongs on the shelf with everybody else. Of course, once again, this is another CPG 101 with me, Eric, and I want to thank you for tuning back in, where we help CPG founders when it comes to ideas, strategies, and just helping them grow their business. If you haven't hit retail yet, don't panic. The biggest brands started right where you are. I mean, right where you are, literally. They started and they built up. Every brand has gone through this. Building proof before placement. How do we build that credibility without retail? I'm going to give you 7 founder-proven steps to help you get there. Step 1, you have to build a legit brand presence online. Point blank, you have to. If you don't have retail yet, your digital presence is, of course, your storefront. It's your presence. It's what's showing everybody who you really are. So you have to make sure you start with the following. A simple website on Shopify or Squarespace. I prefer Shopify because it's a lot easier to set up and it can take payments easier. Great product photographs. A strong brand story on your about page. You got to let people know what's your reasoning, what's your why, and why you're doing this. Of course, having consistent handles across social media on all your platforms, making sure they're all the same name. That's the goal. It's easier to look you up. When someone Googles your brand, you want them to say, wow, this looks real. This looks legit. This looks credible enough for me to buy from. Because your website equals your credibility before retail. We all know that. Step 2, collect early social proof. You got to collect the social proof. Because before you're in the stores, people still need to see that others love your product. Social proof makes a difference between people buying, spreading the word, and telling people. If you can build that proof, then you're going to be golden. You can build that proof through sampling events and also selling at local farmers market. You could also do influencer gifting campaigns where you send product to influencers, you send product to friends, family, or micro influencers just for honest reviews. The more social proof you get, the better it helps out. Even 10 to 20 real testimonials on your website or your social media page can build trust fast. I mean, immediately, with people being like, okay, I like it. Here's another pro tip. Use real photos or videos and not just AI and all this other fake stuff. Use real stuff that looks good and shows off your packaging. Feature photos or videos of real customers and not just text reviews, because it makes your product more credible with people who don't know who you are. If they see someone reviewing it, liking it, talking about it in the video, it makes it even more credible with people who don't know who your product is. Step 3, you gotta nail your packaging and branding. You gotta nail it. You gotta be on point, because buyers judge your brand in seconds. I mean seconds. And they'll judge your packaging. It's make or break. If it looks good from the beginning, boom. If it doesn't, not looking good. Even if you're pre-retail, invest in a clean professional logo. Invest in clean packaging. Invest in a premium package mock-up so you can understand and see how it looks. Have consistent color. Have a great palette. Make sure everything's spelled correctly and it all flows together. You can't fake professionalism. Let me make sure I say that again. You can't fake professionalism, but you can make sure that your package looks retail ready so that when someone sees it, they'll say, this founder right here, this founder is serious about their business. You got to remember, design equals trust, and you want people to have trust in your product if you want to be deemed credible. Step 4, You have to share your founder authority and story. You got to share your story with people. As a new brand, you are the credibility. You have to tell people why you started the brand. What was your motivation? Share behind the scenes production content. Share your thoughts. Share your goals. Share lessons from building your formula or finding suppliers. The more you overshare, the more people feel involved, and it builds credibility. When you talk openly about your journey and when you talk openly to people about what's going on in your life, they root for you. And buyers see commitment, not inexperience. Buyers see commitment and not inexperience. Here's another pro tip. Founder transparency builds connection, not weakness. It builds connection, not weakness. Because if you're connected to who you're speaking to and you're letting them know what you're going through, what you're thinking, how you've been feeling, the pitfalls, the good, the bad, they will see, hey man, starting a business is not easy, but I'm rooting for this young person, woman, man, whoever it may be, and I want them to do well because you have developed a connection with them and they want to see you win. But to get there and have them back you up, you have to over communicate and you have to share your journey with them. Step 5, you got to get featured or published. It helps build social media credibility. Media features and interviews build social proof overnight. It makes a person say, maybe they might be credible. Remember, start small. Submit your brand story to local publications, in person, online, or wherever. Or you could join different CPG or founder podcasts or submit your story to them. Or you could share data insights on LinkedIn to let people know that you're in the industry and you want to have conversations with people. Please don't forget, even if it's as seen in or featured on, even if it comes from those type of niche outlets, it still makes you look established because it's a publication about you and about who you are. Remember, here's a pro tip. Reporters love founder stories. Make sure you pitch yours to everyone that you see and everyone that you come in contact with. Step 6, you got to build data before retail. Yes, you have to build data before retail. You don't need retail to collect numbers or to collect tracking because you can start tracking now. You can start tracking your sampling feedback and figuring out how many people like, dislike, and how many people are repeat interest when it comes to your product. Also, your website. You can figure out your conversion rates. You can figure out your email subscription growth. And when it comes to social media, you can figure out your engagement, your follower retention, and how many people really like what you're posting. When you can say we've done 500 plus orders on our website and we have a 28% repeat rate with people coming back, that's real traction. Even before your first store, because now you know you have a product people like, now you have email addresses, and now you got people on the hook that want to see more about your business. Because you have to remember, data equals credibility. Data equals credibility. Step 7, collaborate with other brands. If possible. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy. But if you're able to partner with other early stage founders for a giveaway, for a bundle, for a giveaway box, or even a pop-up event, it helps raise your awareness. Cross-promotion exposes you to a new audience. Of course, we all know that, but if you didn't, now you know. And it makes you look bigger than what you already are. Because they can have an audience, you can have an audience, and then you get together, and now you both have a big audience. So please remember that. It's almost like the example of Rise Energy Water and local snack company do a limited drop. You know, when you hear stuff like that on the internet, people want to go see it, people want to go buy it. When buyers see collaboration, they see community. And when they see community, they know that community builds trust. And they know that you got their community from the collab, and that collab got your community. So you all come together, and then that makes you even more credible, even if you're just starting out. Because, hey, you found another brand to collab with you, and you found another brand to trust to bring you into their community. That also helps with your credibility. And I got a bonus tip for you. Engage with industry communities. Yes, engage with industry communities. Join founder groups. Join accelerators, or attend even more trade shows. You can even attend them virtually just so you can go out and meet people. Comment on posts from other CPG leaders and brands. Share insights and be visible. Build credibility with your brand because buyers, investors, and mentors often notice founders who show up consistently before they're ever gone big or before they ever gone big in retail. They see them now. Make sure you realize visibility is free marketing. And always, please document the journey. Document the journey publicly because once you turn your process into content, it helps out with you growing and allowing other people to see what's going on. You got to share those ups and downs. You got to share those life lessons in real time because like I said before, it builds emotional equity with your audience and it creates a library of authenticity for when you scale. So when it's time to scale, they've already feel involved. They feel like you're part of them. You're part of the community. People want to invest in people, not products. People want to invest in people, not products. Please document everything. Don't disguise your pain. Don't disguise what you're going through. Don't disguise any of that. Show what really goes on behind the scenes so people can see you, see your growth, and then they can support it and love what you're doing. So let's recap everything that we discussed today. You don't need retail shelves to prove you have a brand. And you don't need retail to prove that your brand matters. You need consistency, clarity, and confidence. You need consistency, clarity, and confidence. Please remember that. If this video has helped you out in any shape, way, or form, please share it with all CPG founders or anybody that's thinking about getting into CPG. Because like I said before, this is CPG 101 with Eric, and we're here to help everybody when it comes to answering questions, when it comes to figuring out strategies, or just helping you grow your products to the next level. Because that's what it's all about. Creating a community where we can all discuss things, discuss what works, discuss what doesn't work, and then also be able to have that good conversation. Please make sure you like and subscribe below, like and subscribe below, like and subscribe below, and then drop in the comments below, what do you feel has been the most rewarding experience for you while you're building your CPG brand? Has it been sharing your story or building your credibility before you got to the shelf? Leave us a comment below. And lastly, this has been CPG 101 with your boy, Eric.